In this tutorial in CyberLink PowerDirector, I'd like to show you a technique I've just discovered that's pretty efficient for doing a freeze frame. I've done some of that before, but this technique is better than the one I was using earlier. Let me show you what it is and why it's so helpful. I have here a movie we've used often of A Fellow in the Garage. I'm going to click it and drag it into this track. And by the way, here's an icon to click on I haven't spoken about much. If you go to the left of the scrubber, there are two arrows pointing together and two vertical lines. If you click on that, it will take everything in your timeline and make it the width of your visible timeline. So that's pretty helpful. But for the sake here, I'm going to shrink it down, abbreviate it a little more. Let's assume I want to freeze the action in the middle of my movie. So I'll move the scrubber over here a little bit to where he stands up and shakes hands. I can use the next frame, previous frame buttons anywhere I want. And let's say that's exactly where I want to freeze the picture. Then all I need to do is right-click on my movie clip, click on Edit Video/Image, and then in the second pop-up, click on Freeze Frame. And immediately it does two things. It creates a frame, a clip, a still clip called Snapshot 3. I have 1 and 2 already stored in my directory, so it just keeps numbering them up. And then it inserts it in the video. And it gives it a certain duration. Right now it's set for 5 seconds. And you can go into your Tools menu in order to change the default there. So what I'm going to do is move to the kind of near the end of that segment, and it'll look like the movie freezes at that point, and they will hold that handshake for 5 seconds, and then it will resume. And of course I can change the duration that this is on the screen, but it's a really nice way to freeze action. Now if I want to freeze at the end of my movie, this particular clip anyway, I move my scrubber to the end and then I simply back up previous frames until I get the last frame with an image in it, and then I will go ahead and I'll right click on this. I'll choose Edit Video Image and I'll click on Freeze Frame. It adds another snapshot, it gives it a number, a unique name, and puts it in the clip. So when I get to the end of the clip and go in my preview mode, it will go there and it will just freeze and stay there. Now I've used this technique before by simply clicking on the little camera, which will take the snapshot. It does the same thing, but it won't drop it into the timeline. You can also set this so it doesn't put it in the timeline if you'd rather not do it. Now where is this picture stored? Well, if I want to rename these, and I might, snapshot's not all that helpful. All I have to do is right-click, and then I click on the thing that says Open File Location in the menu. Click there, it goes to my hard drive, and then it finds this particular item, and I can go ahead and rename it if I want to, which might be a good thing to do if you want to keep track of all the components of your particular project. But you cannot rename it in this screen. You have to go back out to the your hard drive browser. So this is an easy way, as many times as you want. I'll do it one more time. Right click. We're going to click on Edit Video Image and go Freeze Frame. And now it freezes it at that point in action. I click on my preview and it looks like it's still. And then it will pick it up again if I want to, or could move to something else. Nice little feature tucked into CyberLink PowerDirector.